Guys, how's it going? I literally just hopped out the shower. I was about to do my thumb pulling regimen in private, as one should, okay? Let's be honest. You're putting both your thumbs inside of your mouth for an extended period of time. But don't worry guys, I'm gonna take one for the team here. I'm gonna give you guys all the secrets, tell you guys exactly what I do and have done to see results with thumb pulling, and I'm gonna put it out there for the entire world to see. So much I love you guys, okay? So buckle up. Today, we're gonna be going over, does thumb pulling work? Spoiler, it does. And 2, how to do it properly so that way you can see the benefits, not hurt yourself, please. And then we're gonna be going over how you can have a specific routine, how to stick with it, how long is it gonna take to get results. We're gonna answer all those questions here very shortly. So buckle up and let's go. Guys, why should you guys be thumb pulling? That's a great question. Well, it's probably because your palate is cooked, okay, to say the least, because you guys have been eating soft, supple foods your entire life. If you're anything like me, and the reason why I am still working on widening my very narrow palate, it's because we grew up eating very soft foods, okay? Probably the most challenging things that I ate were pizza crusts and probably Cheerios right after I poured the pasteurized milk over the top of it, and then just eating it immediately, waiting for it to, didn't want it to get too soggy. So, but yeah, it's probably gonna be the most challenging things that I was chewing. And then of course, mouth posture. I had no clue what that was until maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago. So I was kind of cooked there. Wasn't doing my MYO basics of mewing, so proper tongue posture, nasal breathing. I was just mouth breathing, okay? I was a mouth breather, I'll admit it. Next up, it's gonna be keeping your lips sealed and then proper swallowing. I didn't even know that was a thing. And then I was sleeping on my face. I had the facial asymmetry, still trying to work some of that out myself. So guys, I'm right there with you. I'm right there with you, okay? I'm still trying to better myself every single day, which is why I'm here to share with you how I've been bettering myself each and every day with this technique. I haven't really seen this particular one talked about yet. It's just gonna be a combination of maybe a few that you've seen out there. And I'm gonna go over the reasonings as to why I do this technique and the reason why I think it's been beneficial for me even in the short period of time that I've done it. I've seen some pretty good results, especially here in the zygotes. Those are kind of popping a little bit more. My hair's kind of covering this side, but you can kind of see here, it's cast in a shadow. Pretty happy about that. Just gonna give you a more hollowed look in the cheeks. And then it's just gonna push everything forward, especially if you're doing it properly, giving you some more forward growth. So buckle up, here we go. I'm about to dive into my exact routine and you guys can follow along. All right guys, I'm a little bit more up close and personal now. So first things first, proper technique. So what I like to do is actually anchor my knuckles together here, like so, whenever I'm about to put them into my mouth. So that way I can apply an equal amount of pressure. Last thing I want to do is be pushing too hard on one side, cause any facial asymmetry. So I like to anchor these two together, okay? And that's usually going to put them right where I want them, okay? There's a few different places where you can put your thumbs. Some people like to go a little bit farther back and out. Some people like to go just like right up front. I like to find a happy medium where it's a little bit in between my incisors and my molars, kind of right there in that spot, and I'm gonna be pulling forward, and it's gonna kind of look like this, okay? So I'm anchor here, put them right there. Putting most of my pressure towards the tips of my fingers, right, going out and away. And then of course, makes it easier if you're not just going up and not applying any downward pressure with your head. So it's kind of a team effort here, okay? You're going up here, you're going down here. It's pretty simple math, okay? So, what you wanna do? Thumbs together, knuckles together. Here. And then you just hold it. It's pretty simple. So, you wanna be applying a significant amount of pressure, but not so much to where you're gonna damage your face, okay? You wanna be putting, like I said, enough pressure that we're trying to literally shape your face with the amount of pressure. So it's gonna be a significant amount. We don't wanna go too crazy. So I'll give an example, just right here. right there. And then we're gonna hold it, okay? There's different people say different things. How long should I hold it? Okay, this is what I do. 4 1-minute sessions, okay? 4 1-minute sessions. Because if you're here any longer than a minute, you just get like very uncomfortable because your mouth starts drying out and it's just kind of gross. So don't recommend that. Just a minute, take a break, another minute, take a break. You want to do that in the morning, in the middle of the day, and before you go to bed, okay? The reason I say that is you want to give yourself about an 8-hour time period in between each time, just so you can keep it consistent. So you want to do it pretty soon after you wake up and pretty soon before you go to bed. And so that way it's going to be a consistent time frame in between, okay? So in between sessions, okay, where you're here, you're doing it, 1 minute, you're taking a rest, 1 minute. How long should you take a rest? Probably 30 seconds. It's usually the amount of time. I don't really count, but I would guess about 20. Quick recap. As soon as you wake up, middle of the day, okay, right before you go to bed, you're going to be doing 4 sets of 1 minute with 20 to 30 seconds of rest in between each time. And in between each of those times, this is going to be the X factor here, in order to continue to keep that upward pressure up against your palate to help you get more results faster, you're going to be doing hard mewing throughout the day, okay? So sometimes people struggle with getting proper tongue posture. Maybe their palate is extra narrow. Maybe they haven't built some of the muscles necessary to do it yet. So guys, quick tip, just do a proper swallowing technique. Do the swallow method here. Do like 4 or 5 swallows until the entirety of your tongue is pressed up against your palate. And then you're gonna be doing hard mewing, going up and away, making sure not to press up against your front teeth, but going up and forward with your tongue. That's gonna continue to keep that pressure up against your palate, keep it a little bit more malleable. At least in my experience, it was a great way for me to be able to not lose my progress during that kind of rest period throughout the day by doing it every 8 hours. So like basically wake up, 8 hours later, and then about 8 hours later is whenever I'm going to bed. And then in between those times, I'm going to be doing the hard mewing while I'm sleeping. Ideally, you want to keep your tongue in the proper posture as well by sleeping on your back and going to bed with your proper tongue posture. So that way you're able to get the most out of thumb pulling, making sure to almost like hold your progress, right? A little save point, and then holding it there with proper mewing technique and hard mewing especially. And then for me, I was able to see results within 2 weeks. I did it myself, okay? So that way you guys could not know I'm just BSing here, okay? I was able to see pretty significant results. Like I said, I wish I would have measured my palate. I might measure my palate today, actually, like after this video, see what it is, and then do it again for another 30 days pretty intensely and see how much progress. I would imagine a few millimeters for sure, a difference in my palate. So guys, stay safe. Make sure to wash your hands, okay, before just stick it up in your mouth. Make sure not to press up against your teeth, okay? Remember, anchor here, up and away. You can go down here with your head, getting that constant pressure for 1 minute, 20, 30-second rest period, morning, middle of the day, evening, and hard mewing throughout the day. And boom. In 30 days, I mean, if you don't see progress in 30 days, then you're probably not doing it right. That's all I'm gonna say, okay? So give it a shot. Guys, let me know your progress down below. If you're part of the community, well, first of all, love you guys. And second of all, I'm gonna be doing a 30-day thumb pulling challenge where you guys can join me in doing this thumb pulling challenge, where I'm gonna be doing this exact thing that I mentioned in this video for 30 days. And we can see and track our results. It's one of the great things about tracking your results with this is it's not only visual, but you can actually just look at the numbers. Just get something like, whether it's like a towel or probably something edible would be good, like an apple or something, take a bite out of it, or I get a nice bite and then measure in millimeters is typically the easiest way to do it, the distance between your molars. And then we're gonna check back in a month and we're gonna compare and see who got what progress, how everyone did. I'm gonna be sharing my results as well. It's gonna be interesting, it's gonna be fun. I'm excited. I hope all of you get incredible results. All of you all become the most handsome and incredible and beautiful. For those of you out there who want to be beautiful, you can be both. It's okay. Know that I love you guys. Stay handsome. Stay beautiful. We'll talk soon.